Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining me on this Monday. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. We're going to be talking about some missing flyers in the Carolinas. So I want to welcome everybody in. I know there's a lot of things going on YouTube. So I appreciate you guys stopping by. Please don't forget to hit the like and share this live stream out to make sure that all of these flyers are shared around and people can see their faces and their factual information to help bring them home safe to their family. So I want to welcome everybody. Hey, Chatty. Thanks so much for being here. Hey, Jennifer. Good afternoon to you. Hey, Popcorn and M&Ms. I hope you're doing good. Hey, Elizabeth, you were listening to the press conference. Is that about the CEO shooter? Just curious. Hey, babe. Thanks for dropping in. I appreciate you coming by. Y'all say hey to the Duke. Are we going to listen? Do you want to listen to that? I mean, we can. Love you, babe. He's in there babysitting the puppy for me because, if I have the puppy in here, she'll be going crazy. Hey, Misty Martin. How are you? Thanks for joining us. Hey, Mystery. Hope you're doing good. Sexy wild thing, loving freaking baby face claws. It's hard for me to type that in chat. And I know sometimes you miss me saying hey to you. I just say claws or sexy wild thing, or I don't know. I kind of mix it up. Hey, Cherries. I hope you're doing good. I've been thinking about you. I'm going to send you a message when I get done because I have a couple questions for you about Paul's case. Y'all, this is Paul Flores' mom that's in the chat. Please welcome her. And if you see Paul Flores's information on Facebook or on my YouTube community wall, please share it out for her. I know it would mean a lot to her. Hey, Steph. Not that Steph. Don't side-eye me. Thanks for being here. It's good to see you. I hear hubby in the kitchen. I think he walked away from his phone. I'll tell him, Chatty. But he might have already seen you. Oh, thank you, Cherries. You're sweet. Y'all don't have on any makeup. I have on some mascara. That's about it. This is Monday. This is Monday Dutch. I've been mopping and cleaning and doing all the things and trying to get these flyers together because we haven't talked about these flyers in a while. And I want to make sure that I give you an update on some that have been found and some that are still missing. And I've seen a couple of cold cases that we haven't talked about. So I want to make sure that I share those too. Hey, Steven's Adventures. Good to see you. I hope you're doing good. I think so, Popcorn. It should be quick. Okay, well, does everybody want to go watch this little press conference about the shooter? If you do, put a 1 in the chat. And before we get into these missing flyers, we'll take a look at it. They're doing okay. Today was kind of a rough day for Mom, but I think that's just how Alzheimer's is. She has good days and she has bad days. And, I appreciate all of your thoughts and prayers for my mom. It really means a lot. Dementia is very difficult, to watch someone that you love not remember. And, I think there's a fear, with her, just not remembering. And I think she's really struggling with that. So, we're just, trying to let her know that, hey, it's okay. And we're here to help in any way that we can. And she has wonderful nurses that are coming out to check on her. And I'm so grateful to all of the people that's helping with my mom and dad when I'm not there. So I appreciate y'all so very much. Hey, Mike. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing good. Hey, Nicole B. Thank you for being here. Hey, Nonsense. I hope you're doing good. We're going to do that lash video because, girl, look at my lashes. Y'all, they're invisible. But I do have my eyebrows on. I don't know if are they symmetrical? Put a 5 in the chat if you think that my eyebrows are acceptable. Because the HOA might find me if they don't look appropriate. But I need eyelashes. I look so much better when I can get those lashes to stay on. Hey, Aries. As we let our light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence actually liberates others. Aries, you always have these wisdom quotes. I appreciate you. Hey, Arctic, I hope you're doing good. And I hope that your mom is okay. I just want you to know that I'm always thinking about you and thinking about your mom. Because Arctic knows a lot about what I'm going through, and I just appreciate your friendship. Like being able to have, my friends, like Cold Case Crystal and Michelle and Allie and Arctic, you know, we're all about the same age, and a lot of our parents are going through similar things, and a lot of us are going through similar things. Like we're older, and we all have different things going on in our lives, and I think that's why I really cherish the friendships that I have on here. Y'all really mean so much to me. I appreciate it. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that. I trust and believe. I tell my mom all about you guys and how wonderful y'all are, and all of the sweet text messages and Facebook messages and emails that I get telling me that they're praying for my parents. Um, it really moved my mom to know that y'all think about them. It's going to make me get emotional. So I just want you guys to know it really means a lot to me. So, look, now I'm gonna cry. Now I'm gonna have to get a Kleenex. Now y'all know why I don't turn my camera on, because I'm emotional. It's been a week, y'all. I'm telling you, it's just. And I appreciate you guys sticking around and knowing that I don't go live for hours on end all day, every day about the same mindless stuff that some of these people do, because it's just not who I am. I'm not going to do that. And if I got something to say and I got something to tell you guys, like, I'm going to go live. But I appreciate you guys understanding. So, me too, Aries. Me too. Me too. Look, I'm getting all emotional. We ain't even got started. I'm just tired. David says my mother had dementia. It's a horrible sickness. It really is. It's I'm selfish because she's my mom and I want her to be here for a long time. I want her to remember me and my sister and the grandkids, and it's really difficult for my father because even though he's physically not well, his mind is good. You know, it's tough, and I know that a lot of you out there understand. So, okay, you're gonna FaceTime me. Okay, good, because look, this is sad. I need help. I need help. For real, for real. You think they're perfect? Okay, good. Thank you, Phoenix. You're so sweet. I don't look beautiful now that I'm crying. Hey, Deeds. It's good to see you. I'm sorry I was late for the HOA meeting, but I was cooking dinner. But thank you for not passing out any fines to me this week, because yeah, they're way too busy. I synced all about the arrest and everything. Jones and AMAC. Y'all, I have to laugh, because if I don't laugh, this is my state of mind. So when y'all are doing all of these funny things and making me laugh, I just want you to know that I just appreciate that so very much. Thanks, Arctic. I appreciate you. Your grandfather had Parkinson's. That's really tough. My mom's family's German. I want to go to Germany so bad. I bet it's beautiful there. Hey, Dragon. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing good. I was thinking about you. Your mom had it? Elizabeth says, my mom had it, and thankfully she was happy. Prior to that, she was so intense. My mom was a very intense person. and she still is to a degree. But she makes me laugh every day. She calls and says, "I bet I can make you laugh," and then that makes me laugh. Um, there's just nobody like your mom, you know? So, if you still have your parents, cherish every minute that you have with them, because anybody in this chat that has lost their parents will tell you it's hard. It's hard for sure. And Arctic knows for sure. Arctic says tomorrow's a busy day. Austin has to see the GI doctor in the morning, and mom sees the cardiologist in the afternoon. Arctic, you stay so busy and you do so much for your family. And I want you to know that if you ever need anything, let me know, because you're a wonderful friend, and I know you do a lot for your family and you understand. Yes, family always comes first. And that's why I'm not live all the time. Your father-in-law turned 78 on Wednesday. Well, happy birthday to him. My dad will be, he will be 77 the day before my birthday in January. And my mom is 73. So, thank you, Popcorn. I think I just kind of needed that. I just needed this little bit of time with y'all before we got started, because I really needed that. I feel like everything has been so intense, with dealing with my mom and dad. And then when I come on YouTube, nonsense takes me down all of these street corners that I normally wouldn't go down, because it's the mafia and the gangs and the insane asylum, like all of those streets that have gates. She burst through those doors, and then wham, there I am in the middle of it, and I don't have enough tinfoil for my hat. It's a lot to digest. It's a lot to digest what's going on out there. And you have to take breaks. You turned 78, Elizabeth. You do not look 78. Well, I knew that we were both Capricorns. I knew you had a January birthday like me. You know how us Capricorns are. We're stubborn. Thank you, sexy wild thing. I appreciate you so very much. Mystery says, I had 3 aunts, grandma, great-grandma, all had Alzheimer's, all on paternal and my paternal side. It's hard to see them not remember their favorite niece. Their words, yeah. Thank you, the 5 Canes. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me. 5 Canes. Canes has been with me for a while, and I appreciate you. It's just hard. And Cherries, you always check on me, and I appreciate that too. I'm just trying to do all that I can. I'm spread thinly, but I want to make sure that I give attention to these cases too, because that's where my heart is making sure that these faces are seen with dignity and respect. And I couldn't do that without all of y'all. So thank you for making that possible. Hey, Abe, it's good to see you. Hey, Ro, better get your seatbelt on, because look at all the emotions. I'm going to have to turn off my camera because y'all feel crazy right now. Hey, Jason, it's always good to see you. Jason, the chat guy. I know y'all know Jason. Y'all say hey to Jason. I hope you're doing good. Luigi, yeah, let me go over here and I'm going to look it up and we will watch this press conference. I can't believe they called the guy. I've been so busy with phone calls with mom and all this other stuff. I'm so behind. That's why I was late to the HOA meeting. Please don't find me for being late. I can barely keep it together, y'all. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. I found it. Thank you so much. You are such a kind person. Thank you. The 5 Cane says, we love you. Buy yourself a coffee and just breathe. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Y'all mean so much to me that I can come here and just, unravel. Don't clip me. Hey, Sunday Doodles, it's good to see you. We're going to watch this press conference before we get started by request of one of my favorite people, Elizabeth Lander. Hey, Grammy. This is my first time here. My grandma, aunt, and mama in 2017 died of Alzheimer's. I think my angels sent me here. Thank you for being here. That really means a lot to me. We need to have a live stream sometime and just talk about that. Because I would like to have people on panel that have been through these things, because I think it's really important for us to talk about these things, because this is something that I'm just navigating, like, in my personal life. Like, I've worked in the nursing field for many years and I've dealt with it from that aspect, but it's just so different when it's your family. And I'm just trying to, like, absorb all of the things, you know. Hey, Bo, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing good. Hey, Pin, how are you? That's right, me and Elizabeth had the same birthday. We're going to have another birthday party this year, Elizabeth. Are you going to come on panel? You don't have to show your face, but you can come up because it'll be your birthday. Mike says, I'm headed to see my mom for Christmas a couple weeks, looking to be her last. First Christmas in years. I can't wait to see her. Mike, I'll be thinking of you. I hope you enjoy your visit, and I'll be thinking of your mom. Bo says, I moved back in with my mom when she was diagnosed with lung cancer. I helped her heal from her lobectomy, and now she's helping me after I had pelvic surgery. And my boyfriend of 10 years left me because I was sick. Bo, I'm so sorry. Y'all put some prayer hands in the chat for Bo. That's so difficult. My mom also had lung cancer, and she had radiation treatment. And my mom is really struggling with her weight. Like, she's only 78 pounds. And I've been trying to get the doctors to help her, to give her some medication, to help her to get her appetite up. And I have been making so many trips. I have cussed them out. HOA. They probably won't find me for that because it was deserved. And that's why this CEO thing, like, when this happened, I was thinking, oh my gosh, it made my heart sink, because I was like, somebody's family is the reason somebody's done this, because it has been hard advocating for my mom, because her doctors don't seem to care. And I go to their ass every chance that I get, because I want the best for my parents, and I will do whatever it takes. I have already fired 2 doctors. So, Bo, I'm thinking of you. You are such a wonderful person. You're always so kind in chat. And I just want you to know that if you ever need anything, just reach out to me and email me. I'm on Facebook too. I'm thinking of you. Hey, Donna. Thank you for being here. It's always good to see you. All right, I'm going to jump over here. No fines for me. Thank you. Thank you, Teets. Artie, thank you for being a member for 22 months. Yeah, it's hard. It's been a really hard 6 months for me, and I'm just trying to hold it together. And I just appreciate y'all understanding that. A lot of times I'm not live because I'm afraid this is going to happen. I'm just going to not be able to keep it together. And I'm just emotional. So when I hear all this stuff going on YouTube, like, I just cannot be a part of it. Like, I just can't. So if you don't see me places, it's not for any particular personal reason. It's just, I will not get involved in And the things that they're doing in this case, it makes me so angry. Regardless how you feel about the parents of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, and we all have our opinions and we're entitled to them. Nobody deserves the bashing and browbeating that Katie is getting right now. And it makes me really angry, and I don't like it. Listen, if it comes out that there's evidence that she did something, guess what? Then that means that she's going to have to face a judge, and it is what it is. But I will not sit up here and do that to the parent of a child who is missing. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Chatty, thank you so much. You are very kind, and it is appreciated. Hey, Trixie, it's good to see you. Donna says, I take care of my 91-year-old mom, and she's pretty sharp. I'm 66, and she has to remind me of things. That's wonderful. My grandmother had dementia also, my mom's mom. So, yeah, I think there's a lot of factors involved. The lung cancer, the radiation treatment, the genetics, it's a multifactorial thing. But you know what? I'm just going to cherish every day and do everything that I can to make her comfortable and safe as possible. All right, I'm going to get over here to this. Now, this is from Live from New York, so I'm going to share my screen, and let's take a look at this. Mike, thank you. Thank you so very much. And I'm thinking of you too. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's hard not to be emotional, isn't it, Cherries? I mean, your son is missing. You understand. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Kathy, for being here. And I appreciate you guys giving me a few minutes, because I think I just need to get that out. It's just been a day. So thank you. Y'all have no idea what y'all mean to me. And I mean that. And that's why I don't have my camera on, because y'all can see that I am a wreck. So I'm going to keep my camera off. I hope that's okay with y'all. All right, I'm going to share my screen. And we're going to watch this. I haven't heard this, so I'm very curious to see what this is all about. Can y'all see that? Okay, good. I just want to make sure. Hey, Johnson, I heard you was on the run, and that was the first time that I laughed today, was when I saw all those posts, and y'all had me cracking up. And I just want to say that I appreciate that, because I needed that. I needed to laugh today. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put this on the big screen so that way we can see it really good.
And because of that, we believe we have a strong person of interest
Is it
to deal
muted?
with this case. I want to now.
I don't think it's muted. Did I not share my... Hang on, let's see if I share. Let me share my whole screen. It's not playing the audio. Okay. Let's do it like this. Volume's up. It should play.
I'll turn it over to the police commissioner.
Can y'all hear it? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear it.
Thank you, Mayor.
Were y'all able to hear that?
Earlier this morning in Altoona, Pennsylvania.
Hey, T.
members of the
Marie.
Altoona Police
Y'all, I'm
Department
sorry. I got emotional
arrested
earlier, and I
Luigi
am
Mangione, a 26-year-old male on
still
charges. At this time, he
being
is
fussy.
to be our person of interest
Barely, because I can't hear it on my end.
And they did.
Hang on. Let me go over here to my settings. I might need to fix my audio. Let me check what my speakers are doing. Okay, my speakers are up. Um, okay, let's try it again and see if it'll let me this. Because it's weird that I can't hear it on my end. I don't know. Let me put this on.
And because of that, we believe we have a strong person of interest to deal with this case. I want to now turn it over to the Police Commissioner of the City of New York, Commissioner Tisch.
Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear that, because I cannot hear it on my end, what it's saying. That is really weird. Hey, Sufficient MV84, thanks for being here. Because you know when I'm on the other screen, I can't see the chat, so you can hear it. That is so weird. Why can't I hear it? Hang on, I see something else is open over here. Let me look at something. All right, let me stop sharing my screen. I want to see something. Let me close out some of this stuff. Nope, I still cannot hear it. I'm going to try something else. I'm going to log in on my own YouTube instead of sharing this link and see if that will allow me to hear it, because something's weird. Now I got it figured out. Ding dong. Ding dong, bing bong. I got it. Okay. It was, listen, technical. Now I'm having technical difficulties. Hey, Flies. Thank you for being here. Oh, my word, y'all. I cannot. Okay, I've got it. Let me share my screen. It was me. It was me. I had my speaker set to some weird something. It was not connecting. I apologize. Okay, let's get into it. This is live from the AP. This is the press conference. New York City Mayor Eric Adams holds a press conference on the UnitedHealthcare CEO shooting. Let's hear what he has to say.
And they did. And because of that, we believe we have a strong person of interest to deal with this case. I want to now turn it over to the Police Commissioner of the City of New York, Commissioner Tisch.
Thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon, everyone. Earlier this morning in Altoona, Pennsylvania, members of the Altoona Police Department arrested Luigi Mangione, a 26-year-old male, on firearms charges. At this time, he is believed to be our person of interest in the brazen targeted murder of Brian Thompson, CEO of UnitedHealthcare, last Wednesday in Midtown Manhattan. The suspect was in a McDonald's and was recognized by an employee who then called local police. Responding officers questioned the suspect, who was acting suspiciously and was carrying multiple fraudulent IDs as well as a U.S. passport. Upon further investigation, officers recovered a firearm on his person, as well as a suppressor, both consistent with the weapon used in the murder. They
Ooh.
also recovered clothing, including a mask consistent with those worn by our wanted individual. Also recovered was a fraudulent New Jersey ID, matching the ID our suspect used to check into his New York City hostel before the shooting incident. Additionally, officers recovered a handwritten document that speaks to both his motivation and mindset. NYPD detectives are en route to Pennsylvania as we seek to interview the subject further. This apprehension is thanks to the tireless work of the greatest detectives in the world, and of course, the strong relationships we have with our local law enforcement partners. On every level, local, state, and federal, we all serve the same public safety mission. And this case, which captured the attention of an entire nation, is another example of how connected we are and how important it is to work together, share information, and pursue every lead. For just over 5 days, our NYPD investigators combed through thousands of hours of video, followed up on hundreds of tips, and processed every bit of forensic evidence, DNA, fingerprints, IP addresses, and so much more to tighten the net. We deployed drones, canine units, and scuba divers. We leveraged the domain awareness system, Argus cameras, and conducted aviation canvasses. And our detectives also went door to door, interviewing potential witnesses and doing the good old-fashioned police work that our investigators are famous for. This combination of old school detective work and new age technology is what led to this result today. And we must also acknowledge the instrumental role the media and the public played in this case. The images that we shared with the public were spread far and wide, and the tips we received led to the recovery of crucial evidence. We should never underestimate the power of the public to be our eyes and our ears in these investigations. This is the third time in 3 weeks that a member of the public has seen something and said something and done something that led to a high-profile arrest. The triple stabbing homicide in Manhattan, the gunpoint robberies in Queens during which an NYPD officer was shot, and now this. Now, the case will continue through the criminal justice process. And while we are proud of today's accomplishment, we must, of course, remember that a family is in mourning. I want to again extend my sympathies to Brian's family, his coworkers, and all who knew him. Finally, I want to thank the women and men of the NYPD, especially our Detective Bureau personnel, with a strong assist from our intelligence analysts. We also thank the SAC of the FBI's Criminal Investigative Division, Leslie.
Okay, I have to say something here. I have seen a lot of mixed emotions about this shooting of this CEO. There have been people that are like celebrating this. Put a 1 in chat if you have seen that on social media anywhere. I'm just curious because, you know, I worked in healthcare, and I'm sure pretty much everybody in here probably pays for healthcare. I have Blue Cross Blue Shield, and don't get me started. Don't get me started. And I'm telling you right now that UnitedHealthcare, 32% denied claims. 32% denied claims. That's a lot, y'all. That is a lot. Very, yeah, it is disturbing, Kim. I mean, I understand, like, it's bad when you feel like that people have to conduct vigilante justice because they don't feel like there is justice. These people are making buku money but denying others the health care and the treatments and the surgeries necessary in order to save their lives. Think about that. Because I'm sure some of these people, although not mentally well, maybe, get affected by this, and I wonder what all the other CEOs of these insurance companies are thinking right now. COK Creations, welcome to the Dutch Bus. Thank you so much for joining. We're glad to have you. Arctic says it's hard for me to have much empathy for a man who leads a company that ultimately kills many through denials. Just saying, yeah. Hey, Becca. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for being here. NorCal Jim says our healthcare system is a total disgrace and something we should, as citizens, have to suffer through. That does not justify what took place, in my opinion. UnitedHealthcare is the worst of the bunch. Yeah, according to the numbers. According to the official numbers. Fly says my Anthem insurance has declined so many procedures and meds for me. It's sad. Yeah. Hey, Blue Cake Butterfly. Yeah, but does that make it okay what he did? Will it change anything? Pretty much. No, it's not okay, in my opinion. I don't think anybody should be going out here committing murder because, honestly, I think somebody needs to be held accountable in a court of law. But it's sad that I guess people feel like we live in 2024, and I think everybody feels on edge with all the stuff that's going on in the world. Is it shocking? Not as shocking as I would have thought it was if I was still a teenager back in the 80s. Back then, yeah, it probably would have been shocking, but in this day and time, for me, I don't find it shocking. But is it wrong? Absolutely. That's not the way to really handle the situation at all. But do these people think they're gonna get justice when they go out and make decisions like this? Some people are willing to sacrifice whatever it takes because he thinks he's making a point. Mike, that's a very fair point right there. They need to fund the mental health system. Pay them more too. Yeah, I have to agree with you. I don't think we need to listen to 40 minutes of that, though. It'll all come out in the wash, right? If y'all wanna go on with it, we can. I just don't know what else it is that they're gonna tell us at this point. Yeah, I understand anger with the insurance companies too, Sunday. I don't necessarily agree with that it was, handled appropriately, I guess. NorCal Jim says, as an independent contractor for the past 4 years, we had to pay through the roof just to get what I consider subpar health insurance for my family. They make money by denying claims, investors first. Exactly. Yeah, my husband used to be a contractor, and he works for a company now, but he used to work for himself. And it's outrageous. Just for my husband to cover me under his work insurance is outrageous because we don't have any kids. Like, my kid's 30 years old, so, and then when you actually need them to do something, then they deny claims. They want all the money, but they don't want to pay for anything. Blue Cross just gets my blood pressure up. But no, I don't think that it's right at all, for sure. It's bad when people feel desperate, to make those types of decisions. It's not good. It's not good at all. Elizabeth, do we need to go on in this press conference, or is there more that I need to? Is there a particular timestamp? I know, Kim. Yeah. Oh, Sunday. I mean, yeah, what they do is a crime, for sure. Yeah, both sides get lossy. Okay, I do agree with that. Well, it looks like they did catch him. I just didn't know if there was any other highlights. I mean, I can't imagine what they went on for 40 minutes to talk about, but if there is more in that particular one that I need to focus on, we can definitely go back and play through it if you guys want to do that before we get started. Yeah, I just haven't even caught up on that today. I did briefly hear about it, but I'm trying to go through it and just look to see if the police are like gonna speak on it. Because they're talking about rezoning, they're talking about all kinds of different stuff. Hmm. I don't know. They're even talking about the Democratic Party. I don't even know what that has to do with the CEO. Like, is this more of a political speech or? I don't know. I'm going to see if I can find something else. Oh, that's right, nonsense. Chico was going to the Memphis DOJ thing tonight. I think it started at 7:30, right? And that was just on my time, because I think it was 6:30 her time. Oh, I've got a update 2 minutes ago. Let's play this video. Hold on. Hold please. Hold please.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And don't you be out there smoking.
You better be worried about what I'm gonna be out here smoking, because I'm gonna be out here smoking. I'm going out here to smoke. And I like what I'm gonna be smoking. I like to see my name in puff.
Yeah, we're gonna be going out here smoking. I got an update. Yeah, I'm gonna be out here smoking. Okay. Y'all let me know if you can hear this.
Police in New York are searching for a gunman who shot and killed the CEO of UnitedHealthcare in Midtown Manhattan today. According to NBC, Brian Thompson was shot just before 7 a.m. local time. He was taken to the Mount Sinai West Hospital, but was later pronounced dead. Officials released pictures of the suspected gunman, who they say fled on an e-bike. Thompson's wife told NBC News her husband had gotten threats recently, but did not elaborate. An investigation is underway. No arrests have been made.
Meanwhile, in the hours after this arrest, UnitedHealthcare issuing a statement that read in part, we're quoting now, "Our hope is that today's apprehension brings some relief to Brian's family, friends, colleagues, and the many others affected by this unspeakable tragedy. We thank law enforcement and will continue to work with them on this investigation," end quote.
When it comes to this investigation, here's a phrase that we heard over and over today: good old-fashioned police work.
Yes, the big break turned out to be a tip from a McDonald's employee, but there was also countless hours of combing through surveillance video to get out photos of the suspect. And there was a round-the-clock investigation, piecing together the timeline of these movements.
Eyewitness News reporter NJ Burkett live at City Hall in Lower Manhattan with that part of our coverage. NJ?
And right, Sandra, it is hard to imagine, isn't it, how they solved these cases 40 or 50 years ago. In this case, they had hundreds of detectives who gathered the images, others who stitched them together, as Bill said, to form a timeline, but only one of those images gave them a face.
He was in Pennsylvania? Interesting.
And that face gave them an arrest. After an intensive 6-day manhunt.
Someone, a McDonald's employee, did something we ask every American to do. If you see something, say something, but most importantly, do something.
The brazen, cold-blooded murder in the heart of Midtown set the city on edge and made national headlines. Those headlines, now believed to be Luigi Mangione, rocketed across the country.
Can you point to a single linchpin that helped crack this case?
There's numerous linchpins in this case, in the fact that we've recovered an enormous amount of forensic evidence, an enormous amount of video, and once again, with your help and the public's help. So I really couldn't put it on one thing, but if I had to, it would be the release of that photograph from the media.
On November 24th, detectives say Mangione arrived at the Port Authority bus terminal at 10:11 p.m. He takes short cab rides, first to the Hilton Hotel, then to a youth hostel on Amsterdam Avenue, where he checks in at 11 p.m. It is here where he lowers his mask when asked to do so by the front desk clerk. It will be the only full-face image recovered by police. On the day of the murder, he leaves the hostel at 5:30 a.m. He will buy a water bottle and an energy bar at Starbucks, and at 5:41, he is seen pacing the street outside the hotel. Then, as Brian Thompson strides toward the hotel entrance at 6:44 a.m., the killer fires at least 3 times and takes off, leaving Thompson to die on the sidewalk. By 6:48, he's seen entering Central Park on an e-bike, where he will toss his backpack. 10 minutes later, he's seen on West 85th Street, and by 7:04, he's in a taxi heading to the Port Authority bus terminal in Washington Heights, where he arrives in the vicinity by 7:30. And by 9:14 a.m. today, he's arrested in Altoona, Pennsylvania, nearly 300 miles from New York.
Wow. This is wild. Yeah, those eyebrows are hard to miss, NorCal Jim, for real.
Mangione was eating breakfast at a local McDonald's when an employee called.
See, that's where he done messed up. He's done Luigi.
The local police.
Luigi, what are you doing?
Now, for days, the motive has been secondary to making an identification and an arrest. Detectives will now look at the DNA they gathered to link him to the crime scene and, of course, look at his writings to pinpoint the motive. Live tonight at City Hall, NJ Burkett, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Mike. Mike.
This.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely a few fries short of a Happy Meal for sure. That doesn't even make sense. He goes out and commits murder, and then he's like, I think I'll just go to McDonald's and get something to eat the next morning. Nobody's gonna, they'll never know. They're gonna know. They'll never know. That's how it went. He kind of looks like Brian Koberger with those eyebrows. Oh my gosh. NorCal Jim, I'm saying a prayer. That's so difficult. Wow. I'll be thinking of your son. Yeah, he should have got that meal to go and should have kept that face mask on, but apparently you can't miss that. Yeah. How interesting. Well, that's the update. I guess we shall see. Do I think he was paid? It's possible. Never can tell. I wonder if, I'm sure it'll come out. Let's hope he don't Epstein. That's the popular thing to do nowadays, apparently. Before we transition into talking about these missing flyers, I want to play y'all a little happy video of the puppy because she's not in here because she will go crazy and jump all over the screen and, you know, everybody will go to the moon. So I made this little TikTok video and I wanted to share that with you before we started the flyers because I thought it might brighten your day. Well, hello. Happy Monday, Harley. I got something you want. Boop, boop, boop. You love this stuffy, don't you? Playology. She loves this thing. It's a pit bull's dream. Look at these pajamas, y'all. These are freaking adorable. I got these on Amazon from Love and Pet. Aren't they so freaking cute? Look, she has not even taken her eye off of this stuffy. You want this stuffy? Yes, you're just freaking adorable. Look at you. Look how precious you are. I love you too. So I wanted to share that with y'all because she's such a baby in her pajamas. I'm down. All right, let's go over and we will get started on these flyers. Thank y'all for being here. Don't forget to hit the like and share this out or not. I mean, I did have a nervous breakdown pretty much at the beginning of this live stream, so I may have to go back and clip that out because I appreciate y'all understanding. It's been, like I said, it's been rough for me. But I appreciate y'all just letting me be me. Sometimes it just is what it is. Okay, hang on. What's going on? Little icon. Oh, here we go. Okay. I don't want to show my agenda. Okay, what is this doing? I don't want that. Okay, here we go. She's a sweetie, isn't she? You're a dog mama too, see? Okay. You need some for your cat's pin. I'd agree that, Michelle. It's good to see you. How you doing? Hey, Twist. Thanks for being here. And Kim Holmes. I said hey to you earlier, I think, but I just wanted to make sure I didn't. If I've missed anybody, I'm sorry if I've missed you. Hey, hey, hey to all my people if I missed you. Dogs are great therapy. I wouldn't know what to. She is a crazy one, though. I tell you what. She's a handful. But that's my kid now. Because my kid's grown. So she's the baby. All right, so we're going to talk about some missing flyers. I want you guys to please, if you see these on social media, they'll be on my Facebook page. I'm also going to put some of these, you can find some of these already on my YouTube community wall. So if you guys have the capability to share on your YouTube community wall, please do that. If you can just share one flyer a day, it really helps to get their face around. And that it just helps the families to be able to get their faces seen far and wide. So I try to share this live stream out on Facebook. TikTok is usually just my fun place where I go to get away from all the YouTube craziness. So that's my place where I kind of laugh and root on my Georgia Bulldogs and make puppy videos. I do share some flyers and stuff over there. But I don't really do true crime on TikTok. The true crime thing on TikTok is a disaster over there. I do watch Chasing Truth. Don't tell her, but I do watch her on TikTok. That's probably the amount of true crime that I ingest over there. But I don't really share many things. But I do share a lot on Twitter. I do share on Facebook and on my YouTube community wall. So if you see these flyers, or if you see Arctic Fox, a lot of times he will share the same flyers. Please do share these out. It really means a lot. So the first flyer that we're going to talk about is Monray Lloyd. And I want to get over here to make sure that I'm giving you the latest updated information that I've got on these people as we're going over their flyers, because I want to, in case there's any new updates or changes. This was also shared. This flyer is made by MPIA, which is Missing People in America. The link to their Facebook group is in the description of this video. If you want to go over there and follow them on Facebook, they have a lot of subscribers and they share flyers from all over the United States. I did pick this flyer up from them. This is Monray Lloyd out of Durham, North Carolina. That is Durham County. And Monray was last seen November 25th of 2024, and he is 15 years old. He was last seen in Durham, North Carolina on the 25th, and was seen in front of Southern High School by the assistant principal, where he told them he would walk home. He is described to have black hair and brown eyes, and it looks like he's got twist dreads in his hair. He is 5 feet 4 inches tall and weighs 130 pounds. If you have any information, please reach out to the Durham County Police Department at 919-560-4427. And I don't see any updates on him right now. But if you could share this out for Monray Lloyd, that would be great. Okay, our next flyer, let me get over here. I'm going to pull up her information. This one was also, this was shared by the North Carolina Missing Persons alert a couple of days ago. This is to Haley Armstrong, also to Haley Payton. And she was last seen November the 20th of 2024 on Elizabeth Avenue in Charlotte, North Carolina. She traveled to North Carolina with her boyfriend to celebrate her birthday and hasn't been heard from or seen since. She was last seen wearing the t-shirt in the picture below, which you can see looks like a tie-dye shirt. She is 22 years old. She is 5 feet 7 inches tall, 120 pounds. She has black hair and brown eyes. Now, from what I understand, she went on that trip, and she was actually at the Microtel Inn and Suites in Charlotte with her child's father/boyfriend, and they had an argument. And he stated that he kicked her out of the car, and she hasn't heard from him since. And since she went missing, her boyfriend, child's father, has been on social media being very disrespectful and not caring about the situation of Tahaley being missing. If you have any information on the disappearance, please contact the Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department at 704-336-7600, or you can reach out to BAMFI, which is the Black and Missing Foundation, at 877-977-BAMFI. If you see her, you can call 911 immediately. I got serious concerns about this case. That does not sound good at all. That does not sound good at all. If you guys see this flyer, please share this for Tahaley Peyton Armstrong, please. Okay, hang on a second. I just got a text from somebody, and this is very interesting. Hold please 1 second. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so I just got a text. Do y'all know who Derek Lavassier is? Put a 1 in the chat if you know who that is. How cool is that? How cool is that? Derek Lavassier, you know who that is? With Stephanie Harlow. Somebody just sent me a text and said that he mentioned me in one of his streams. I don't know if that's good or bad. I might get a fine from the HOA. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to go check it out after this live stream to find out what had happened. But thank you, Derek. For a minute there, I went blank and I was like, "Who?" And now I'm laughing. I gotta text my friend. She's making me laugh. Okay. How cool is that, y'all? Hey, Vibrator. Derek's video was excellent on Sebastian's case. Well, they sent me the video apparently about Sebastian. Maybe that's where they meant I'm famous. My duchy is famous. That's the text that I just got from my sweet friend. I don't know. Infamous, maybe, but doubtfully that I'm famous. But thanks, Derek, for the shout out. I appreciate that so very much. I'm just doing what I can over here. Yeah, I see you now. See, I'm talking. I'm talking. I had to tell you that I was live. I had to tell you that I was live. Yep, y'all all know who he is. For a minute there, I went blank because I'm like, I'm live. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't seen the video. We'll have to check it out. We'll have to definitely check it out. Okay. I know nobody gets notifications, Chris. I don't know what that's all about, but yeah, definitely. I've not been getting notifications for a lot of things. I'm famous. Oh my gracious. Okay, this next flyer that I want to share out is it's a case from 2023. This is Aldrich Warren Miller French, and he is in the NCIC, and he's missing from Powell, Ohio. But I understand that he may be in the Carolinas somewhere, is what I was told. And they're wanting everybody to share it as far and wide as they can. So while I was here, I wanted to make sure that I shared this out. He would now be 2 years old. He's been missing since January 31st of 2023. He is a male. Look how cute his face is. These are possible associates that may be with him. This looks like Araka Brendan Miller. She's 32 years old. And also Brenda Wisecup, 72 years old. So I just wondered if you guys would please share this out if you see it. It is also on my Facebook page. It just frightens me to think of these little babies that are out there and they may never even be found. So it sounds like somebody might have abducted this baby. I understand that Araka is believed to be his non-custodial parent, and also her mother is Kimberly Hammond, and they were last seen in Powell, Ohio, but she fled the courthouse in Columbus, Ohio in a she had this wig planted with a change of clothes. And once she escaped the courthouse, she went and put on this wig and this change of clothes and has not been seen since. And it is thought that they are staying in North Carolina near Asheville since 2023, before she fled and went into hiding. And Aldrich has not been seen alive since this time. And so Nick Mick is asking for you to please call them, which is 1-800-THE-LOST, or you can contact the Columbus Police Department at 614-645-4545. There is a $5,000 reward for any information leading to Aldrich's recovery. Please share this out if you can, because they may be near Asheville, North Carolina. And you guys know that place was hit by Hurricane Helene. And that really worries me even more. Thank you, Deets. I appreciate that. I can't wait to go see. He is precious, isn't he? Yeah, it doesn't sound good, does it? So, like I said, from Powell, Ohio, but I had one of my subscribers send it to me to say, hey, I heard that this family may have been hiding away near Asheville, North Carolina, because they're on the run. Can you please share this on your live stream? Because maybe somebody will share this out and get his face out there so he can be seen. It doesn't actually say Sunday. who has primary custody? It just says with his non-custodial parents. So I'm assuming the father must have had custody, but the father is not even mentioned in anything that I had pulled, that I was sent. Just that she is the non-custodial parent, and she is thought to be last seen with her and the grandmother, Kimberly Hammond. And it also says that, and it doesn't really describe who Brenda Wisecup is, because that's obviously not her mother. And also this dog that's in the picture is believed to be in the company of them, which looks like a golden retriever. So very strange. Exactly, NorCal Jim. Yeah, exactly. So please share this out. Hey, Twist, thank you. Okay, let's get on down here to the next one. This one is a flyer that I actually made, and you have to forgive this picture because this is the only picture that Greenville, South Carolina Police Department had, because it came from a picture of another phone that was cracked. So I had to explain that right off the bat, because I had some questions about, like, where do you get these pictures? From the police department. That's actually where they come from. I wish I could give you a better picture. I did try to reach out to the family to see if they had a better picture that I could make a flyer, but they did not. This is James Fuller, and he is from Greenville, South Carolina, and that is in Greenville County. He was last seen November the 27th of 2024. He is 59 years old. He is a black male. He is 5 feet 7 inches tall. He weighs 150 pounds. He actually has a goatee that's kind of long at the very bottom. He was last seen on the 27th around noon, and he was leaving 600 Mills Avenue in Greenville, South Carolina on foot. James suffers with dementia. He is described as 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighs 150 pounds. He has brown eyes and black hair. And he was last seen wearing red shorts, a white tank top, and a brown and gray hat, which seems not a lot considering what the weather has been since November the 27th. He has still not been located. If you could please share this flyer. If you have any information on the whereabouts of James Fuller, this is an endangered adult alert. I don't know why there was not a silver alert put out. I hope they have scaled this up to a silver alert in Greenville County. Please contact Greenville County Sheriff's Department at 864-271-5210. Yes, they even put the dog on that one. Isn't that something? Yeah, I know. That's scary to me. I also wonder if, some people that are younger that have dementia, we don't know if he has another medical condition to go along with it, or if he has an addiction process, because sometimes people that are in addiction that are older can have, dementia or cognitive impairment issues from long-term alcoholism, drug use. He could have had a head injury. I did try to find out if there was any specific information surrounding that, because, again, 59 years old. But this is all that I have at this time. It is sad that's the only photo they could come up with. Arctic, how many times have we talked about this? And there are so many flyers on NCMEC for kids that don't even have pictures, y'all. Kids that are missing that don't even have a photograph of what they look like. I don't understand it. How do you have a kid and not have a picture of them? Yeah, there's so many possibilities, Flies. Yes. because I feel like it's a little unusual to have dementia at 59. So to me, that would lead me to believe that there's something that has led to this, for this early onset to happen. Vibrator says there were 2 different guys in their 50s in the nursing homes in final stages of Alzheimer's. Isn't that sad, Vibrator? Yes, definitely should have been a silver alert. Hey, Terry Dean. Good to see you, love. All right, the next one that I've got is Lanaya Danielle Whitted, and she is out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. And I just want to go over and make sure there's not been an update on her case. I think I did check this one earlier today. And she's actually been missing as far back. She has, I've got a missing flyer from her back in 2021. So she is still missing. Yep. So this is still the current one, still missing since November 20th of 2021. Fayetteville, North Carolina. That's Cumberland County. She's 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighs 128 pounds. She has brown hair and brown eyes. Her distinguishing features are that she has a birthmark on her forehead and she has nose and belly button piercings. It does give me a little more detail here with Sheriff Enos Wright. It looks like that she's date of birth is March 8th of 2004. And it says Lanaya may be in the company of Cabron Thaggard, and that's Thaggard, who lives back and forth between Motel 6 and the Travel Lodge on Cedar Creek Road in Fayetteville. That is an odd way to put that he lives back and forth between the Motel 6 and the Travel Lodge. Okay, I'm having a hard time here. Help me out. She is very thin. I know. I have been seeing these remains coming up. Yeah. You can always shoot me anything you want me to share on here, Chris, my neighbor. So how do you live back and forth between the Motel 6 and Travel Lodge? Are they saying that he goes from living at the Travel Lodge and the Motel 6, or does he literally live back and forth between those two things? Because I've got concerns here. I've got concerns. And she was allegedly last seen leaving the Travel Lodge on Cedar Creek Road in Fayetteville and was last seen in his company. This doesn't sound promising at all. The question is, where's he at? Have they spoke to him? Is he still out there? Has anybody talked to this guy? Has he been found and questioned? Because I feel like that's a there's never been an update. And of course, Mandy Matney, she was with Fitz News there for a long time. Now Mandy has her own podcast. She is the creator of the Murdered podcast and the True Sunlight podcast. And of course, she just lives south of me. But she actually shared out that she is still missing 3 years later. And so that's what prompted me to make sure that I shared Lanaya's flyer, because to think that she is still missing after 3 years and that not even the police department is sharing it. They haven't shared it for 2 years. So when I saw that Mandy shared it, you love Mandy? I do too. I love listening to her podcast. A lot of times I'll, get on my audiobooks or I'll go to my podcast and just listen to that when I'm cleaning and stuff like that. But I did see that her aunt did make a post on Facebook and said this case will not be a cold case. It's so sad because this is my family. I lost a lot, but this right here took the cake. God is so amazing and forgivable that he is going to prove that my niece is going to come home. And I just pray that it will happen soon. She also goes by Naya and Nini, Nini. Very concerning. And I'm looking on, I see her on social media. I actually see her Facebook profile, and she has not posted since 2021. Hang on, Vibrator says, maybe back and forth between the two motels because you can only stay 29 consecutive days or you become a resident and that's not allowed. That is a very interesting point, Vibrator. Thank you for pointing that out. Sunday says, if they think Ruggs or a ex-worker, they won't bother much. Isn't that unfortunate? I see that with a lot of cases that I've covered, that if Ruggs are involved or if they think you have a past, a checkered past with law enforcement and you've done any time in jail, seems like law enforcement's not very invested. Now, that's not always true. I mean, I think there's a lot of great law enforcement agencies all across America that do their due diligence and try to do the best that they can. But a lot of these places are understaffed and they depend on the locals and people like us to get out these faces and to share them around because, you know, a lot of times these flyers will go out and people say, hey, I've seen that person. And I feel like they think this is a really good way to get these people's faces and information out there because if somebody sees something, they can say something. Mike says, I just watched last week that the trucking industry has the most killers. I thought with technology it would improve. That's scary. That is scary because you think about back in the 70s and 80s, there was a lot of murders that happened back then. People picking up hitchhikers and things like that. I don't know. I just, gives me the willies. Chris is so aggravating that only certain races get more attention than others. Why can't every race get the same attention and time? This is 2024, and it just seems like some things, unfortunately, don't change, and that's why we have to be the change. You know, I don't want people's, listen, if you've got a past, we've all got a past. Some might be a little more in depth than others, but their life still matters. You know, their family still loves them and worries about them, and people can change, you know, and we don't want to just make an assumption, oh, well, you know, they're not worth it. I don't want to ever think that's true. Yeah, well, that's a fair point. Yeah. That's right, picking up people, taking them to other states, and then never see them again. Like, how would you know? How would you know if somebody was red rummed? Had to think for a second. Good Lord. It's scary. In this day and age, I just don't trust anything. So, Lanaya, we're still sharing out for your flyer. If you're out there, I mean, reach out to your family. Reach out to the police and let them know that you're okay. But I do want to know if they've talked to that boyfriend. For sure. Because I feel like if anybody's got any information, it's going to be this guy. And I do hope law enforcement has spoke to that boyfriend. And they had an argument, and the boyfriend told investigators that Lanaya left. And I did just get some information. It says here, the mother stated the two argued. The boyfriend said she left the location. He admitted that he broke her phone which left her unable to contact anyone. Looks like they tried to call Lania's phone repeatedly, but found it was going straight to voicemail. She became concerned when Lania did not show up for work, which she said was highly unusual. That was between November 21st and 22nd. And then on the 23rd, that's when her mother reported her daughter missing. She was categorized as a runaway, which delayed a deeper investigation. The mother reportedly begged to have the label removed as a runaway and investigate further as a suspicious missing circumstance. And then on November 29th, it looks like that Lania's mother received a tip that Lania's boyfriend was finally seen at school. She alerted the authorities, who located and questioned him. He reportedly told investigators that he told Lania to leave after the argument and that he did not know how or where she went, and the case has remained in limbo ever since. Now, I did understand that in 2024, Lania's mother, Visha Franklin, was involved in a tragic and troubling incident unrelated to her daughter's disappearance. But apparently, it was reported that her mother drove through a fence, crossed a yard, and crashed into a tree in a church parking lot on Matt Hare Road in the Cedar Creek area. And a bystander stopped to render aid at the scene, but Lania's mother reportedly fired several shots into the person's vehicle that stopped to help, striking her in the face. Oh my, this has taken a turn that I did not expect. Okay, let me get my wits about me because I feel like I did not know. I just got sent this information. And this is all listed under Watch Out Cumberland County, North Carolina, which is on Facebook. I do share a lot of their information. So I'm going to go and drop a link in the chat if you guys are on Facebook and you want to check out their page, because Fayetteville has a lot of things going on. And it's because, like, when we talk about these cases where, could there be involvement with gangs? Could there be involvement with cartels in the areas? Like, a lot of people don't realize it. But, I'm in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and that's not far from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Fayetteville is probably an hour and 30 minutes north of me. I've had people ask me, like, because we have a lot of shootings and stuff here in Myrtle Beach, and it's because we have a lot of gang activity. And it is true. A lot of our stuff that we have going on between Fayetteville and here, it's the Sinaloas. And because we have 95, we have I-95 going north. We have from New York to Florida. Plus we have 8540 running from Wilmington to California. This is their area, the Sinaloas, the cartel. And there's a lot of rugs and pew-pews and people trafficking, all of those things, especially near Fayetteville and our area, because that is these corridors where it intersects in North Carolina, which is just north of me and just to the west of me. It brings all of that traffic into Myrtle Beach. We have a huge trafficking problem here of people and all the things. That's right. Yes, Rendecita, they sure do have a military base there. But there's still other bad things. Like, the military might be there, but it's not a good area. It's a lot. You go from Vietnam to, yeah, exactly, Mike. Yeah. Trust me, I get the flybys every morning at 7 a.m. coming from Fayetteville, flying right over down because I'm right on the ocean, and they come zooming past. They are constantly flying back and forth. I-75 gets a ton of that too. Yeah. So that's what really concerns me. And another reason why, I got involved in my community about, sharing these cases out is because, especially in the summertime, we have a lot of people that go missing. You know what I'm saying? So it's all hands on decks. Locals do what we can to keep these flyers up. We keep them going. I have a local friend that runs a sign place. He prints flyers for me. We go hang them up. When they get wet down, we tear them down. We put up new flyers. It's something I was doing in my community before I ever had my channel. It's just doing what we can to keep people safe. But I did not expect this story to take that turn with Lania's mother. It sounds like she may have been having a mental health break. She drove through a fence, crossed a yard, crashed into a tree. A local bystander stopped to render aid from their vehicle. She shot into the vehicle several times and striking this woman in the face. And witnesses also said that Lania's mother briefly forced this woman to drive her before exiting the vehicle and waving a firearm in the middle of the road. Now, apparently the lady that got shot is a phlebotomist and a mother, and she did survive this incident, but she has required multiple surgeries. And family and friends described her as a selfless person who always has stopped to help others. Isn't that sad? You stop to help somebody and they shoot you in the face. My heart goes out to her. Apparently, Lania's mother was arrested and charged with attempted first-degree murder, assault with a deadly weapon, and other offenses. And witnesses described erratic behavior at the scene, raising concerns about Franklin's mental health at the time. So let's keep Lania's case alive. Fayetteville's cold cases deserve to remain out in the public eye, and Watch Out Cumberland County, North Carolina is committed to keeping the community informed and engaged. Lania's family and friends still hope for answers, and the passage of time does not diminish the need for justice or answers. So if you could please share their post and encourage others to come forward with any information, no matter how small. Together we can shine a light on Lania's case and ensure that she is never forgotten. Randacita, we're glad to have you here. Thanks for being here. Especially all my Carolina people, because if you see these cases, please share them out, because you never know when you might see somebody, or somebody in your area might see somebody, or might be looking at your Facebook and say, oh my gosh, I just saw that person. That's what happened to Arctic Fox. Somebody that he knows saw the very person that I made a flyer for, Jaden Carpenter, and called Arctic and was like, hey, I seen this girl. I actually gave her money to go get something to eat. Bought her some food and saw her standing on the corner. You think it can't happen, but you'd be amazed. You'd be amazed. The next flyer that I have is Zyquist Stone, and he is also missing from Greenville, South Carolina, and that is in Greenville County. That's in the western part of the state of South Carolina. Deputies with Greenville County Sheriff's Office are seeking information regarding the whereabouts of 13-year-old Zyquist Stone. Let's see if we got any updates on him. I'm pretty sure when I checked this morning, he was still missing. No updates that I last saw. Zyquist is 13 years old, y'all. He was last seen at a residence located on Buff Street in Greenville, South Carolina, around 10 p.m. on November the 18th. He's 5 feet 3 inches tall, weighs 130 pounds. He has black hair and brown eyes, and he is believed to be in the area of Sulphur Springs Road. If anybody sees him, please call 911 immediately. I know, he does look way older than 13. I mean, he's just a baby. That's a very good question, Arctic. Let me go back to this. Arctic. I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question. Because it doesn't feel like around would be the answer. But that's just my personal opinion. And it's a very strange case for sure. Yeah, he definitely does not look his age. So much older. Like he's really been through some stuff. And maybe he doesn't want to go home. You know? I mean, some of these kids, they run away for a reason, I promise you. Some of these kids have a hard life. And my heart goes out to them. Elizabeth said, Arctic, does Whispers from Dago's chat come in here? You mean Whispers in the Shadows? Yeah, Whispers a member here. I don't know. Are you on a delay twist or are you behind? Are you talking about Whispers in the Shadow or is it a different Whispers? There's a few Whispers out there. There's some Whispers on YouTube. Yeah, Whispers in the Shadow is a member here. Mm-hmm. She sure is. Okay, let's go to this next one. This is Kalia Imani Edwards. And Kalia is also missing from Greenville, South Carolina, and that is Greenville County. Greenville County, by the way, is the #1 state in South Carolina for human trafficking. Just wanted to throw that stat out there. Let's ask Google. I'm curious what Google will say if I ask Google. Let's try it. Which county in South Carolina is #1 in human trafficking? Oh, I thought you were going to read it out to me, Google. Well, fine. Well, it says here, according to this news article by the Lexington County Chronicle, and that was in February of 2024, it says the 5 highest counties in South Carolina with trafficking is tied for first place with Greenville and Horry. And Horry County is where I live. That is where Myrtle Beach, South Carolina is. So Greenville and Horry County is tied with first, and the #2 spot. Who wants to guess the #2 county in South Carolina for human trafficking? There's somebody in here who knows the #2 spot. I'll wait. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so proud, Elizabeth. You know it. #2 is, and there is 2 counties tied for third in South Carolina. Anybody want to take a guess? We're in South Carolina right now, Vibrator, but I'm going to do North Carolina next for sure. Tied for third is Richland County, which is where you can find our capital, Columbia, South Carolina, and it's tied with Spartanburg County. And Spartanburg is next to Greenville County, and that's in the western part of the state. Richland's kind of near me. It's about 2 hours west of me. Not quite in the middle of the state, but it is where the capital is. And then Aiken County is in 4th, and then we got a tie for 5th place Man, there's a lot of ties. You can't even get us all in there. There's so much trafficking. So now we got Greenville and Horry tied for first place, Charleston in second, Richland and Spartanburg County tied for third, Aiken in fourth place, and in fifth is Lexington County and Orangeburg County. And none of those shock me at all, because those are the places that have the most missing flyers that I share. Yeah, I know, it's not Berkeley, strangely enough, but Charleston County is second. Yeah. Lumberton's in North Carolina. We're going to do that one next. Dad grew up in Spartanburg. Got a lot of friends from Spartanburg that I went to college with. No, we're not. Tennessee's on Wednesday, Twist. Tennessee's on Wednesday. We're doing the Carolinas tonight. Yeah, they really are close to each other, for sure. Let's ask Google about North Carolina. What counties in North Carolina are the top 5 for human trafficking? North Carolina is ranked 9th in the United States for human trafficking? Good Lord. All right, so let's look at this article from the judicial branch. According to the stats that I have right here, which is about human trafficking charges, based on that, number 1 is Cumberland County. That's Fayetteville. Yeah, it's Horry. The H is silent. Vibrator. Your family's from Greenwood, South Carolina? I know exactly where that is. Yes, Horry, the H is silent. Now, in North Carolina, we got Cumberland County in first. If any of my North Carolina peeps in here, does anybody want to give a shot? Who might be in the top 5? I'm curious to see if I got any North Carolina people in here. Coming in at number 2, we got Wake County. Number 3 is Mecklenburg County, which is Charlotte. Charlotte is, and that's Mecklenburg. They're number 3. Number 4 is New Hanover County, and that's just north of me. That's in Wilmington, where Wilmington, North Carolina is. And then number 5 is Alamance County, and that's kind of in the middle of the state, just north of Guilford County. Those are your top 5, according to this article I just read on North Carolina human trafficking. I know I really thought that Mecklenburg, Charlotte would have been number 1. For sure. I know, Elizabeth, number 3. Can you believe it? Let me see if I got any more stats. Let's see here. Yeah, 9th in the nation, the state is. This article doesn't give me by county. Looking at a different article. This one still says Cumberland is number 1 because of 95. Because 95 runs right through Fayetteville. Just in 2019, they had 700 trafficking cases that were prosecuted. It's that corridor. Yes, Stephanie. Thank you for being here. And this is what concerns me. Because you got I-20 and 85. And, I mean, in South Carolina, you still got all of that. 95 cuts right through here. So when I think about Greenville, that's what I think about, because Greenville and Horry is tied for first in South Carolina. Now, Kalia was last seen at her residence on Wanda Lane in Greenville, South Carolina at 1:50 p.m. on the 21st of November. She's 14 years old, y'all. Look how pretty she is. She is 5 feet 4 inches tall, 150-pound female, black hair, brown eyes, wearing a blue Michigan hoodie and white sweatpants, and she's believed to have been picked up by an individual driving a white, older model Ford 500 or Ford Focus. There are so many people missing out of Greenville, South Carolina right now. It is scary. Go ahead, Arctic. Thank you so much for being here, sweetie. It is so many, Kathy. I was really hoping that she was going to be found safe. But it's been since the 21st, and that really worries me. So if you see her flyer, please share this out. I want to see if there's been any updates on her before we move on. Because when I look at some of these flyers, that's what I get worried about, y'all, is are these girls being trafficked? Because surely all of these kids aren't just running away. Now, let me see if I've got any updates. I see she's on the Crime Stoppers of Greenville page as well. That's the only information they have. Nothing else has been put out about this young girl. That's so sad. Yeah, I-85 goes right through South Carolina, North Carolina, I-20, 77, right through Charlotte, all that area. Vibrator, you're so very welcome. He says, thank you so much for bringing missing cases of people of color to the forefront, because we hardly ever get a notification of them missing. And we're going to do Tennessee on Wednesday with Chico. And we got a ton of cases in Tennessee that we need to share. New ones and cold cases. So that's right. Absolutely, Twist. Sunday, it's unknown. It's unknown. I don't have any other details. I do try to reach out to the police department to see if I can obtain any further information or to find out if they've been found. And a lot of times they don't have any other information that they can give me. So this is all I have right now. But if I do get anything else, I will keep you guys posted. Look for updates on my Facebook and on my YouTube community wall. The next one I have is from Anderson County, and I'm surprised that wasn't in our top 5 because they have a lot that go missing there. This is Elizabeth Rose Daniels, and this is a flyer that is from the Anderson County Sheriff's Office on Facebook, and it says, please take a look at this updated picture of Elizabeth Rose Daniels. She has been missing since November the 15th of 2024. And was last seen on Merritt Drive. Daniels was last seen wearing camo pants and a blue sweatshirt. She looks like she is older, maybe in her 40s. Looks like she's got reddish, long hair, maybe blue eyes. She is Caucasian, older female. If you have any information in regards to Elizabeth Rose Daniels' whereabouts, or if you see them, please call 911 or the Anderson County Sheriff's Office at 864-260-4400. And there is a reference case number, which is 2024-14969, or you can remain anonymous at www.p3tips.com/1038. And all of that information is on this flyer. And I'll be sure to share these on my community wall. Some of these are already on there, but I will go over after this stream and share those out. Yeah, listen, Charlotte and all of those areas, yes, they run concentric. Like Charlotte is right by Rock Hill, which is York County. And then that goes straight into Spartanburg, Greenville. You know, all of those areas are interconnected because a lot of these people travel to Charlotte to work. You know, they even travel from South Carolina to go to Charlotte to work. So that's where my dad's business used to be. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Yes, Steph, Annie. Yes. Yeah, don't be on top chat. Everybody switch to all messages. Don't be like Dutchie, because when I'm on my phone, I'm on all messages. Rock Hill, run, Ernie Shell. That's right. Don't be messing around. One of my old stomping grounds up there. You might FAFO, Ernie. All right, next we got Mason Robinson, and he's also missing out of Anderson County, South Carolina. Mason is 18 years old, and I mean, is it fair to say that an 18-year-old is an adult or no? Put a 1 in the chat if you think that if you're 18 years old that you are an adult, or if you feel like, because I've had people, there's been a debate about this, because some people want it to say, you know, that the alert is out because it's a missing teenager, and sometimes I will put adult on the flyer and they'll say, but this is a teenager. Well, he is a teenager, but he's also an adult, in my opinion. He was last seen in the James Cox Road area of Belton, South Carolina. He was last seen wearing a black hoodie, pants, and gray shoes. He has 2 tattoos on his left arm. Did Mason just go missing because he's an adult and he went his own way? It's possible. I don't really have any other information. I asked Anderson County to give me some more information about it, because I'm like, is he missing from his home? Is he 18 and still in high school and his parents are looking for him? Or is this an 18-year-old that's no longer in school and he's out on his own and, you know, he's missing from his regular life? Because I feel like knowing the circumstances of it makes a difference, you know. Do I think that are they mature at 18-year-old? Boys mature a lot later, I feel like, than girls. My son did not reach maximum capacity brain maturity until he was 30, and he's 30 now. So I think boys don't mature as fast as girls. He's a baby if it was your child. See, that helps to know, because, see, listen, some parents would say that. So that's why I feel like knowing that information is viable. Yeah, child support does stop at 18. It sure enough does. Mal, thank you so much. I appreciate you being a member for 4 months, darling. And just because I haven't played this in a while, I haven't played my little members thing. I've had a couple people I've seen do my membership thing. I want to play my little members thing because I haven't done that in a while. Be a nice little much needed break, but what is my icon over here doing? It's doing crazy stuff. Let me get over here. I had to clear that off. I don't know. This thing does not want to move. Let me play my little All aboard the Dutch Bus Express. If you have just joined the membership, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're so glad that you have become a part of our team. Thank you so much for supporting my platform and supporting the mission to continue to share factual information about missing cases all across the world. And remember, you're a member now, so don't forget to use your chat emojis down below. Always a friendly reminder about those chat emojis. They're the super coolest because I made them. So definitely remember to use those in the live stream. It could be. It could be. I did reach out to them because I feel like knowing more information would be super helpful. But a lot of times they don't give us a lot of specific information. So it's hard to really know like what's really going on in some of these cases. So some of these flyers are shared by the police department themselves. I don't make them. So this is all the information that I have. I do still want to share this particular reward flyer for David Davis. He is the U.S. Navy veteran that was shot and killed at 64 Skills in Asheboro, Randolph County, North Carolina at 7:30 in the morning on November 11th of 2024. In addition to the Crime Stoppers reward, Davis's employer is preparing a significant cash reward. If you know anything about this veteran being shot and killed, David Matthew Davis, this is in my area where I'm from in Randolph County, North Carolina. This family needs answers. You can remain anonymous by calling Crime Stoppers or contact them at p3tips.com or randolphcs.org if you know any information about who came in that morning and killed this young man. He is a father of 3 children, and he is a Navy veteran, and he was killed on Veterans Day. And they still have not been able to find the perpetrator. So I definitely want to give his family a few minutes to show this in case someone has any information, because this is heartbreaking. And this is out of Randolph County, North Carolina. My family knows his family. This is not far from where I was born and raised. If you could please share this out. His family needs answers. What a horrific way to have to spend Veterans Day, to know that your loved one who is a veteran was murdered. Hey, Chico, I'm going to go catch your live stream. I saw after I'd had mine planned that you were going to go to your meeting. I hope everything went okay. Well, no. It's the biggest county in North Carolina. So I expect us to have a lot of crime. We also have the most guns in the state out of every county in North Carolina. So beware in Randolph County, FYI. If you're about the Second Amendment, these people are about the Second Amendment there. Trust and believe that. All right, next we've got Anya Mims, missing out of Kingstree, South Carolina. She was last seen April 23rd of 2024. She is 16 years old. And this is all of the information that the police department has put out about Anya Mims. I'm going to go over here and just see if I can find something on regular. See if there's any updates. No. That is literally all it says on her NCMEC flyer as well. This is all of the information that it gives. Hang on one second. I want to... Let me get over here. I just got a notification from the sheriff's office. Let me go over here. In Brunswick County, that's just 5 minutes from me up the street. Brunswick County Sheriff's Department. We got a missing runaway 5 minutes ago. Jenna Hedden, 15 years old. She is a Hispanic female, 5 feet 4 inches tall, 120 pounds. Last seen in the area of Taco Bell in Leland, North Carolina. That is between Brunswick County and New Hanover County, which is Leland is on the way to Wilmington, North Carolina. She's possibly wearing a Taco Bell uniform. Anyone with information should call the Brunswick County Sheriff's Department at 910-253-2777, or you can call 911. I just got a notification on my phone about it, so I just wanted to go ahead and share that while I had it up on screen. Jenna Hedden. I'll be sure to make a flyer for her as soon as I can. Get that circulated, but I did share it on my Facebook page. Like I said, that's out of Brunswick County Sheriff's Office for Leland, North Carolina. Missing runaway juvenile 5 minutes ago. Jenna Hedden. Last seen in the area of Taco Bell in Leland, North Carolina, possibly wearing a Taco Bell uniform. If you see her, please call 911 or the Brunswick County Sheriff's Department. I know, Chico. Have we talked about this before? I mean, oh my goodness. Is it time for the trolls now? Heavens to Betsy. Yeah, I know. They sure don't. All right, we got a few more. Let's see where we're at here. Next, we have, let me take this down. This is Doreen Carr, missing out of Carthage, North Carolina. She's been missing since November 13th of 2024. She is 64 years old. She is 5 feet 2 inches tall and weighs 130 pounds. Police went to do a welfare check on her, and she and her vehicle were not at the residence, but her cats were there. That's an interesting thing to put on a flyer. I'm sorry, y'all. I haven't had anything to eat. I think I need a Snickers. Oh my gosh. Are we kidding right now? I know. I'm like, I can't help it. That's crazy. Her phone has been off. Y'all. I cannot. This is crazy. Did they feel the need to y'all? I have to listen. I have to stop for a second because I can't. Did they have to say? But her cats were there. Okay. I just don't know that was on the police report. Because if it was, I'm gonna have a lot of questions. The cats did it. Don't trust the cats. Hang on a second, NorCal. Was it just me, or did y'all not laugh? Because I can't help it. It's just okay, Jason, do you agree? Because listen, this has been an emotional live stream. I've already cried, and now I am literally crying because I'm laughing. She probably loved the cats and needed those. They had to be included. Okay, I just had to check. I just needed to check with my people if that seemed like it was worded okay. They went to do a welfare check. Her and her vehicle were not at the residence, but her cats were there. Her phone has been off. She could be. Wait a minute. The wording is not working for me. She could be with her silver and gray 2005 Toyota Camry with North Carolina license plate number FBL 2423. But could she be with her car or could she be in her car? Because I feel like this is all wrong for me. This is well, yeah, exactly. It wasn't worded like that at all. I know all this. My makeup is gone at this point. Y'all just saw me in my realest of real. That's what I look like when I get out of bed in the morning. So don't tell anybody. She's not missing by choice because the cats were left behind. Okay. That's really what it should have said, y'all. And I don't think it should say that she could be with her silver and gray Camry, but she could be driving her silver. She may be seen in a silver and gray 2005 Toyota Camry with license plate number FBL 2423. And she's described as having, I would not say brown hair. I mean, it says brown hair, but I don't think she has brown hair. I think it looks more like she has gray roots and kind of a dirty blonde colored hair. Yes. Nonsense, help me. I feel like I might go off. Cannot. I definitely need to go have dinner. I can't. Let's hope that he's not reviewing this live stream because I'm probably going to get an F and a fine from the HOA. If you have seen Doreen Carr in her vehicle, her phone is off. She is not at her residence. Her car is not at her residence, but her cats are there. If you know how to get in touch with somebody who can feed her cats, please do that and call Carthage Police Department at 910-947-2231. Let me go over here and just make sure that Doreen hadn't been found safe because now I'm worried about her daggone cats. I mean, who's going to feed these cats? And this is out of Moore County, by the way. Moore County is where Carthage, I drive through there every time I go home to my parents. I go right through the middle of Moore County. right through the exit that says Carthage. So I'm definitely going to have to share this out. Um, no further information. There's a lot of people asking questions on the Moore County website, but the police are not even responding to the questions that locals want to know. So I really don't have any further information, Doreen. I do hope that she is found safe. If you see this flyer, please share it out. I'm thinking I'm just going to make Doreen a different flyer. Put a 1 in the chat if you think I should just make Doreen a different flyer, because this is badly. Yes, nonsense. Did you hear that I don't even know if I'm famous. I haven't heard it yet, but we're definitely going to look at it. I'm going to make a flyer. Look, nonsense. Thank you. That's all I needed. Chico and nonsense says it's got to happen. Wait, you're not going to tell Jeff because he will worry you to death about until you go check on her cats. See, I'm worried about the cats. I do hope somebody's going to go by there and check. I hope there's family or somebody on it. I'm going to make her a different flyer, y'all. Never fear. I'm on it. I'm gonna do it when we get off here. All right. Next, we got Peyton McDowell, missing from Rock Hill, South Carolina. That's Maul's stomping grounds, and went to college out there. She was last seen September 30th of 2024. I wonder if she's a college student out in that area. Let me see if there's any updates on Peyton. Rock Hill is right on the border. It's York County, South Carolina, and it's right there at Carowinds. It is on the North Carolina, South Carolina line. As soon as you cross in, you get to Tega Cay, which is a really nice, like, yacht lake area. Lake Wiley is near that area. Then you got Tega Cay, that's kind of the south part of Lake Wiley, and then that's when you run into Rock Hill. So it all kinds of feeds right in through there off of 8577. Big interchange right there. Let me see if there's any other information about Peyton. I see she's on NCMEC. She's still on there. 15 years old. And that's really the only information that they have. I don't see any updates or any updates at her local police department. In fact, I don't even see her on the York County Sheriff's Office. York County, where you at? Rock Hill Police. How come y'all aren't sharing this flyer out for this missing child? She's 15 years old. Yeah, Chico, I got you. I'm going to fix it. No, do I have to? But it is a college area, and I worry because there's a lot of interstates through there. Like I said, it is coming out of Charlotte, North Carolina. That is a high trafficking area around there. There's a lot of gang activity in this area because of the Charlotte, Mecklenburg area being so close by. And there's a huge college area. You don't realize what these teenagers can get into. And I know because my son was a teenager when I was putting myself through college there. There's a lot of runaways in that area, a lot of rugs and things of that nature. So yeah, the 77 and 485, Elizabeth, exactly. So I get worried about these kids, NorCal in that area, because it's kind of an influx of a lot of things. And a lot of these teenagers, especially the girls, like to go hang out with the college people. You know what I mean? Like they'll run away and they'll find them on, like when I was in college, there are a lot of teenagers from the high school would be at these college parties and they would come and get them. Like their parents would report them missing and they'd be at these college parties. Yes, it's wild. Yeah, exactly, Elizabeth. That's a great college. No football team, which is highly disappointing, but we do have a great basketball team out there. I know. Look, this is a couple of flyers where there's no info, which I don't know which is worse, not having any information or the Memphis flyers that we share, Chico, that just say the exact same copycat thing about every missing runaway. That's 2 flyers, y'all, that we've seen that they have minimal information. The other one was from Kingstree, Anya Mims. Look, and that is exactly what it says on NCMEC. I don't think to me, that's not normal. So I have a lot of questions. Yes, and that part. Some of these kids don't be looking like kids. They do look like young adults. It is too little info, Jason. I agree. And that's what scares me. And don't forget, we're doing Tennessee with Chico on Wednesday. We're going to do that about 8 o'clock. So I hope you guys can come over and check that out too, because there is so many people missing in Tennessee right now. We got another one that's been missing for a while. I did share Nancy's flyer a while back, but she still has not been located. And this is actually near my hometown. This is in Davidson County, North Carolina, and that's just west of Randolph County, in Lexington, North Carolina. Nancy Bunley, last seen September of 2024. I shared this on the last live stream we did with the Carolinas. 31 years old. She's 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighs 120 pounds. This is a mother with her baby, just a few months old, vanished after an alleged argument with her boyfriend, where he stated she just up and left. Again, one of these, just like the other girl that's been missing 3 years, she had an argument with the boyfriend, and he says that she left of her own free will. He doesn't know where she is. Now, this girl with her young baby has an argument. They left. He doesn't know any information. They were last seen near Finch Park by Abbott's Creek Bridge in Lexington on Sunday the 22nd, and it's believed that she is in a black 2017 Honda Pilot four-wheel drive sport utility with North Carolina plate RBA 2896. And y'all, she still has not been found. I'm seeing an upward trend in cases just like this all across the East Coast, where women are going missing, and there's this boyfriend, spouse, friend they had an argument with, and, oh, I don't know any information. This does not sound good to me at all. Well, Chico, I was just explaining that earlier, is that I've been reaching out to some of these police departments, and I'm going to reach out to Lexington again. I actually have a friend that worked as a Davidson County Sheriff's, and that's Davidson County, North Carolina, not Davidson County, Tennessee. That's where Lexington, North Carolina is. It's Davidson County, North Carolina. He was on the sheriff's department there. I may reach out to him to see if he can help me get some information on some of these cases up in that area. Because I'm not getting a lot of feedback when I do reach out to the police department. They tell me that this is all of the information that's available on their flyer. Yes, Steph, Annie, I did share Kyle Fleshman's case on the last live stream we did in the Carolinas. Yes, 17 years ago. I went to school with a girl, and this was actually a family member of hers. And so that was the reason why I actually decided to reshare that again. And I do remember when that actually happened. Such a scary case. I think of Riley Strain when I think about Kyle Fleshman, because all the possibilities, Yeah, someone has to know something, Jason. Yes, the baby is missing also. The baby is missing also. Exactly. And I think they're just waiting for people to come forward that has information because, again, I don't know that law enforcement is looking for these people. I'm going to reach out and see if I can find anything else out on Nancy's case. I'll let you know what I come up with. Now, we don't want to forget about Marissa Carmichael. You know, Marissa's mother has been a special guest on this channel and told us about Marissa's case. This case is close to home for me. Marissa is from High Point, North Carolina, and that's in Guilford County, just north of where my family's from. And she went missing in Greensboro, North Carolina, which is kind of the triad area of North Carolina. That's Greensboro, High Point, Winston-Salem. That's like a central business area where 85 and 40 interchange. Again, another why I think Alamance in that area is another high trafficking area. She was last seen on January 14th of 2024 at the Exxon at 809 East Market Street in Greensboro, and that's Guilford County. She's 25 years old. She's a biracial female. She has black and blonde braids at the time she disappeared, brown eyes, 5 feet 4 inches tall, about 260 pounds. There's currently a $3,500 reward thanks to Arctic Fox and other people that have donated to make that possible. According to her family, Marissa went to the gas station after she left a nightclub, and she, by the way, laid out of work. Her mom says she never calls into work, but she didn't even tell her mama she was skipping out on work. A friend came, said, "Hey, let's go to the club." She called into work. They went to the club. After leaving, they ended up at the Exxon and then she called 911. Saying she had been robbed. She said, "I don't know where I am in Greensboro. I just got all of my stuff thrown out of the car, and the guy that was in the car took off with her phone." And she said, "I have no clue where I'm at." And then dispatchers did not immediately send a call out. They waited for 3 hours, and when they got there, Marissa was no longer there at the gas station. There is footage of her in the very center of this flyer. This is her waiting at the gas station. She was last seen wearing this white Tweety Bird t-shirt. She had on blue jeans and yellow sneakers, and you can see she has sunglasses on her head. Her purse was seen out on the gas station counter behind her. It's thought that she got into another vehicle, and she's never been seen since. And her mother believes in her heart of hearts that something nefarious has happened to her. Marissa is a mother of 5 children. One of her children is disabled. He doesn't have any arms, y'all. And he's so precious. And those babies are now in custody of the state. The baby's father does not know where Marissa is. He is trying to get custody of the children. Marissa's mother is not able to take care of the kids herself, and so they are in custody of the state because Marissa has not been found. If you guys could please share this flyer for her mother, Sarah, I know she would be so grateful. They have organized searches. They are trying to do all they can, putting the gas on the police, trying to pressure them to continue to try to get answers. No one has come forward about what has happened to Marissa. She has a younger sister who is missing her. Her mother is not in good health, y'all. And she really needs your prayers. She says that she can't find peace until she knows that her daughter has been located safely. So, please share this flyer for her. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. Exactly, Chico. Nobody's doing anything on Nancy's case. Yeah. 3 hours. They did not send anybody because they said they did not think it was emergent. But see, she's from High Point, North Carolina, which is just a little town south of Greensboro, and she wasn't familiar with where she was at. Like, she literally just got pushed out of the vehicle and he took her phone, and she didn't have any way. Now, she did send some text messages to her mom. But see, we don't know if it was her. That's the thing her mother is saying, is that anybody could have got her phone and been text messaging. And there was a guy that was stalking her Facebook. And he was apparently at the club, and they do believe that that is the person who is involved in knowing where she is. And he says that he doesn't know anything about it. And Sarah deserves answers. Her family deserves answers. Marissa's children need their mother home. Yes, so many. It is nonsense. I mean, there's something about every flyer that I share that that bothers me, because I'm like, what's really going on in this story right here? Now, I do have some good news to share with you. Connor Phillips out of Mount Pleasant, North Carolina, has been located safe, and that is out of Cabarrus County. That's right next to Mecklenburg. LaShunda Raquel Goins, missing out of Chapel Hill, North Carolina, was located safe. Gladys Fitcher, out of Lexington County, South Carolina, she was released out of the detention center. And then, because she's originally from Ohio and not from this area, she was located safe. Lana Blair out of Greenville, South Carolina, 16-year-old. She ran away, but she has been located safe. And Michael Hayden II out of Fayetteville, which is Cumberland County, he has also been located safe. He was a 16-year-old that was missing. I got a few more that I want to share. Get them out there in the open so you guys can share them. We have Brianna Drury, age 24. She is missing from Durham, North Carolina. Durham PD is trying to locate Brianna Drury, age 24. She was last seen on September 20th in Franklinton. She is described as a black female with dark hair and brown eyes. She may be in Durham, North Carolina, or Franklinton, North Carolina. She's 5 feet 1 inches tall, weighs 120 pounds. If you see her, you can call 911 or Corporal Riley at 919-560-4440, extension 29118. And I just pulled these today, so I know these are up to date. We also still have Kendra Bell. I did share her on the last live stream. Kendra is 33 years old. She is from Durham, North Carolina. She went missing July 13th of 2024. I've shared her flyer a couple of times. This is actually from the police department. She was last seen at the bus terminal on West Pettigrew Street. She was wearing a white and blue shirt with blue jeans. If you have seen Kendra Bell, please call the Durham Police Department. And the last one from Durham that I have is Rafael Santana. Rafael is 5 feet 11 and weighs 165 pounds. The Durham PD is trying to locate Mr. Santana, age 61, of Durham, North Carolina. The last contact with Mr. Santana was on November 14th of 2024. He is known to drive a gray 2019 Dodge Journey with the North Carolina tag HKT-7247. If you have seen Rafael Santana, please call the Durham Police Department. Chico said, here's my thing. If we can use our conductive reasoning skills to see some isn't right with these cases, then how does Ellie or dispatch not see it? It literally smacks you in the face. I know, Chico, I know. But they ain't doing nothing about it. So that's why we're doing what we do. They won't push it out. We will. Also, Tamika Leak is missing from Durham, North Carolina. She is 49 years old, and she was reported missing on November the 21st of 2024, but she was last seen on November the 3rd, leaving Duke University Medical Center in a gray Honda Odyssey. Miss Leak is described as a Black female, approximately 5 feet 7 inches tall, and weighs between 140 to 160 pounds. She was last seen wearing a gray sweatshirt, gray sweatpants, and gold sandals. Miss Leak could be somewhere along the Holloway Street corridor in Durham, North Carolina. If you have seen her, please call 911 or investigator Jay Keller at the phone number listed on this flyer. And this flyer is on Facebook and on my YouTube community wall as well. And Bradley McCullough, I did share him last live stream, but he is still actively missing. The Beaufort County Sheriff's Office requests the public's assistance in the missing endangered 30-year-old Bradley McCullough. He is 30 years old, 6 feet 2, 250 pounds. He was last seen on 11/4 at 4 p.m. walking down Sea Island Parkway near the dump. Last seen wearing a black hoodie, tan cargo pants, and boots. If you have seen Bradley, please contact the Beaufort County Communications Center. There's a dispatch line listed here, 843-524-2777, which is their non-emergency line, or you can call 911. Now, I did see that we have this gentleman here, Charles Adam Kemp. He is missing out of Horry County. He's actively the most recent missing person in this area. Horry County Police Department searching for Adam, 43, who was last seen October the 2nd of 2024 at a location along PD Highway in the Conway area of unincorporated Horry County. At the time last seen, Kemp had a bald head, green eyes, and a large red beard. He is approximately 5 feet 11 inches tall and 175 pounds. If you have seen him or have any information, please call the tip line at 843-915-8477. He's wearing orange, which leads me to believe that he has been incarcerated before. Hey, Amethyst, good to see you. Thanks for being here. We also have Maya Caver out of Harrisburg, North Carolina. Maya is 17 years old, and she's been missing since December the 4th of 2024. She is 5 feet 6 inches tall, 17 years old, 125 pounds. She has black braided hair, brown eyes. She's a Black female. Maya was last seen at her residence in Harrisburg, North Carolina on December 4th of 2024. Last seen wearing an oversized tan Carhartt jacket, brown Henley long sleeve shirt, flare blue jeans, and gray New Balance tennis shoes. And she could possibly have her school issued laptop with her. If you have seen Maya, please call the Cabarrus County Sheriff's Office at 704-920-3000 or submit a tip to Crime Stoppers at cabarruscrimestoppers.com. It's here on the flyer. If you see any of these flyers, please share them out. So many missing people. Here we have Shelton Bennett, and he's missing out of Laurel Hill, North Carolina. For all of my North Carolina people that may be watching this. Laurel Hill, North Carolina, that is in Scotland County near Laurinburg, North Carolina. If I got any of my North Carolina people in here, give me some emojis in the chat. I go right through Laurel Hill when I drive through Hamlet, Rockingham to go home to my parents. So I know exactly where this is. That's right up 74. Laurel Hill is right on 74, and that's another big interchange that actually runs right across 95 in Lumberton. And it heads on up towards Laurinburg, Rockingham area. Shelton Bennett's been missing since August the 24th of 2023 from this area. He's 28 years old now. He's a black male. He has a dark complexion, 6 feet tall, 175 pounds. Black hair, looks like he's got twisted dreads, long brown eyes. He was last seen at his residence on Buck Ridge Way and hasn't been seen or heard from since. His car was found abandoned on August the 24th of 2023 on Butler Road in Laurel Hill, North Carolina. If you have any information on Shelton, please call Scotland County Sheriff's Office at 910-266-4332, or you can contact BAMFI, which is the Black and Missing Foundation, at 877-97-BAMFI. And this is their flyer for the Black and Missing. If you don't follow them on Facebook or on social media, please go sub up to them. They need help sharing out flyers. So they share from all over the United States. So I encourage people, go check out your state and see if there's flyers on BAMFI that you can share for your area. Thank you, Amethyst. I appreciate that so very much. Me too, Vibrator. It's a lot. Can you imagine what all these families are going through? And it's the holidays, and they're missing their people, and they don't have answers. Yeah, it's a lot. I may not be the most popular live stream on YouTube, but we're going to get these faces out here because they matter. Let's see. This is Avante McNeil, and he's missing from Fayetteville, North Carolina since November 24th of 2023. Avante would be 26 now. He is 6 feet tall, weighed 215 pounds. The last known contact was a phone conversation with his mother while he was standing outside the Fayetteville Police Department. He believed someone was following him. He was informed that the department was closed, and he told his mom he would return to the hospital. McNeil has some mental health issues stemming from the death of his 16-year-old brother, who was shot during a home invasion in 2021. He believed the same people were after him. Earlier, McNeil had gone to Cape Fear Valley Medical Center because he was experiencing a mental health crisis. This flyer is from Missing People in America. Again, their link is in the description of this video. If you want to follow them on Facebook. I'm very worried for Avante McNeil because he hasn't been heard from in over a year now. If you have any information, please reach out to the Fayetteville Police Department. And that's Cumberland County, 910-433-1529. That's so sad. That breaks my heart. Hey, Roxy. Good to see you. I hope you're doing good. Thanks for being here. Chico says, exactly why I've been saying be kind during the holidays. You never know what someone is going through. I need to practice what I preach because I cussed out 3 people today. But be kind. That's right, Chico. Listen, I cussed out a lot of people today, and that's probably why. That's probably why I was crying earlier. Because listen, it's a lot. If you see Avante's flyer, please share it. I'm very worried about him. Isn't that awful? He thinks the same people that shot his brother was after him. Y'all, this isn't good. Like, is nobody looking for him? Nonsense, says Chico. I've been busy and I haven't cussed anyone out, so just consider 2 of those for me. Oh my gosh. I don't know. After looking at some things that happened on live today on YouTube about Sebastian's case, I was cussing to myself, but it was out loud in my house. Oh, makes my blood pressure go up. Okay, we got 4 more flyers, then I'm going to let you guys go. This is a reported runaway, Camden Albrecht, 16 years old. Last seen Sunday, December the 8th, 2024, in the Sams Point Road area. He's described as 6'2" and weighs 180 pounds. This is out of Beaufort County Sheriff's Office in South Carolina. This is near you, Chris. Camden Albrecht, reported runaway. Chico says, no, I did. I just don't like people to gaslight me. I don't like that either. You're going to have to give me the deets on that. Am I going to have to gaslight somebody else? There is still so many answers. Yeah. Unanswered questions on Paul Flores. Yeah. I agree. He's from Beaufort County. That's down your way. If you're on Facebook, share it for me. I shared it over there. I did just get this update that Bradley Lyons, age 14, which, by the way, this kid does not look 14 years old. I'm sorry. This guy has a mustache, and I thought he was like 18 years old, and then I saw he was 14. But thank goodness he was found safe out of Orangeburg, South Carolina. Remember, that's one of the high human trafficking places. They got a lot of cases down there that girls that are still missing, still actively missing in Orangeburg, South Carolina. No answers to this day. But Bradley was found safe. He went missing yesterday from his home on Louise Drive near Lake Edisto Road. But he was located. I just got that update. I was going to share his flyer and found out he was found safe. Thanks, Broken Link. If you guys aren't subbed up to the Broken Link Foundation, they are also on Facebook. I appreciate all the work they do here in our state. They are out of Columbia, South Carolina. They are a 501c3, and I share a lot of their information, and they share a lot of my flyers too, and I appreciate them so very much for doing that. We work together here in my state. You know, it's not just me on YouTube. Like, I work with a lot of these organizations, and you know, we have each other's back. We're all making flyers. We share each other's information out to get their faces seen throughout our state. So we're doing all that we can. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Yes, we do need to tie that to our trafficking. We need to look up the top 5 in Tennessee and see what it says too. We can definitely focus on that. All right, 2 more to go, and I'm going to let you guys get out of here and go do your thing. Shannon Pellets out of Sumter, South Carolina. She's been missing since December 7th of 2024. Shannon is 22 years old. She's 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighs 140 pounds. She was reported missing. She's never arrived to a Broad Street fast food restaurant where she and a friend had planned to meet. She has blonde hair and blue eyes. She was last seen walking along US 521 North. That is Camden Highway. And she was wearing a black Philadelphia beanie hat, a white furry sweater, and blue jeans with cut holes in them. This flyer is again from Missing People in America. I want to give a shout out to them. If you have seen Shannon or have any information on her whereabouts, please contact Sumter Police Department at 803-436-2700. Excuse me, that Dr. Pepper is giving me indigestion. Oh, goodness. I think it's because it's hot. And the last flyer that I have is Elizabeth Hager. And I wanted to reshare this flyer. Elizabeth is still missing. She was last seen in Kannapolis, North Carolina on February 28th of 2024. She may still be in the local area, or she may travel to Concord, Charlotte, or Salisbury, North Carolina. She is described to have strawberry blonde hair and blue eyes. I'm calling on my North Carolina people for this one. If you can share this flyer out, if you live in this area, please keep an eye out for Elizabeth. She's been missing since February the 28th, just shortly after Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers went missing. And she's not been heard from or seen since. And they're very close in age, too. I just wonder what happens to these children when they leave. Like, what happens? Like, I don't have any other information, and nobody's talking about this young girl's case. I know. Yes, those are both her. Those are both her, according to the police department in Kannapolis. Maybe it's just the way that her face is turned. I don't know. The one on the bottom maybe looks like she doesn't have as much weight on her face as the top one. But they are the same person, yes. Exactly. Yeah, I think one, she looks like she has more weight. Yeah, they are both her. And that is actually, I got both of these pictures from the Kannapolis Police Department, and that's where the MPIA got it from too. Yeah, on their website, they have both pictures as her. Thank you, Vibrator. I appreciate that so very much. And that's all I've got for you guys right now. I'm working on some other missing flyers. I did share the recent one that was missing in Brunswick County that happened while we were live. I got a notification on my phone about that, so that's why I went ahead and just shared my screen over there on Facebook. But I will keep you guys informed. I am a little anxious to go find out what Derek had to say about me. So I do want to go check that out. Do you think we should watch it? I may have to go live again sometime this week so we can look at it. I'm interested to see. Thank you, Nonsense. I appreciate that. Y'all, please do go hit the thumbs up and make sure you share this live stream out to keep their faces out there. It is a great video. I'm so excited to watch it. Maybe I'll have another live stream and we can watch it together and go over it. I can't wait to hear what he says. And again, thank you, Derek, for the shout out. I appreciate that so very much. I'm just, listen, we've reached 9,000 subscribers, guys. And I just want to give a shout out to my mods. I appreciate all of you so very much for supporting this channel and helping me out and taking the time when you don't even know that I'm going live and coming over and helping moderate this chat. And for the members that come over and support, and the subscribers that are here to share out these cases and, have civil conversations about these missing people to help get their information out there. It really means so much. I'm so excited. I was just looking at my channel and it says I have 9.03 thousand subscribers. So we're on our way to 10K, guys. And I can't wait for that because none of my videos on the missing are monetized. So if we can, get to 10K, I would like to be able to set a lot of those streams that we do for the missing, to be able to donate, things and, set forth having that YouTube giving where we can donate to Nick Mick And, and I want the members and you guys to be able to vote. I can let you guys, we can have a poll and let you guys pick where we want to be able to have all of the super chats and everything be donated to. Because that's my goal. That's been my goal since day one, is to be able to do that so we can pay it forward to other people. So, and Nonsense, congratulations to you for reaching 10K. I'm so very proud of you, and I'm so very proud to be a part of your channel. You have done such an amazing job walking us through the depths of the misinformation and craziness that happens in these cases and standing up for victims. And I just wanted to congratulate you on reaching 10K. And I know you're very anxious about being able to pay it forward the same way that I want to do for this community. And if you guys aren't subbed up to Nonsense and Chico, if you're not subbed up to her channel, Amethyst Moon has an amazing channel. Mods, if you could please drop the links for these amazing channels. We have so many wonderful creators: Arctic Fox, Cold Case Crystal. Michelle's not here tonight, and her absence is felt. My BFF, her mother's dog, is really going through some difficult times. I think the dog has liver failure. It's an older dog, and God bless her mama. I know that has got to be so tough. So Michelle is with her mom, taking care of all of those things. It's so difficult when our pets are going through hard things like that. So if you guys could just say a prayer for Michelle and her mom. And also please say a little prayer for Allie, another wonderful moderator and friend of mine. She's got tooth situations, and I think she's going to end up having to have a root canal. And she's not been feeling well. So if you could just keep her in your thoughts and prayers, and please keep praying for Cold Case Crystal. She had surgery on her leg, and she is still recovering. If you guys could think of her, I would really appreciate it. I always like to think of my people. And if you guys are going through something, just know that I'm there. If you guys need to reach out, I'm there to listen, to let you vent, to yell and scream and do all the things. And of course, if there's anything that I can do, I think I'm going to get a punching bag. I think that's what I need. I'm going to ask my hubby I'm going to sit on Santa Claus' lap and ask him if he'll bring me a punching bag that I can use to help get out some of my stress. But think of these people here on the channel. They're an intrinsic part of this channel, and some of my biggest supporters, and they're really going through some tough times this week. So I appreciate you thinking of them, because they are missed. But I want them to rest and focus on the real life, because that's what they need to do. Nonsense, are you going live? Chris wants to know. I want to know. I need to know if you're going to talk about all this crazy that's going on. I know you are exhausted. It's a lot. That you are a champion at what you do. I could never do what you do, because I would get so mad. I would throw my phone. I would flip my laptop. It would be a whole thing. It'd be like Jesus flipping tables. I wouldn't get anything done. I'd have to have Chico up here so she could cuss everybody, and she just said she was trying to be kind and not cuss people. I'd have to have a whole team of people up here trying to hold me back, because I don't know if I could do it. But the only way I can sit through it is to sit through it on your channel. Look, I've been asked by 3 people if Nonsense is going live. See how much you're needed in this community? I just want to give a shout out again to all of my members and mods. Thank y'all so very much. And thank you again, 5 Canes and Chatty and Mike. I appreciate y'all so much. And thank you, CLK, for becoming a new member, and Mal for being a member for 4 months. Y'all are appreciated so very much. And NorCal Jim, it's so good to see you over here. He says, I have a 75-pound bag here in my garage office. Great exercise and emotional release. Just don't kick it or you may break your foot. Speaking from experience. Note taken, sir. I am jotting that down. But I really do want to get a punching bag. I think it would be good for my soul. It'd be good for my spirit, because then I won't be so emotional when I come on here. I can just go beat the hell out of that bag. And relieve some stress, because it gets stressful out here for sure. And thank you guys for liking this stream, sharing this stream out. If you're catching this on the replay, guys, I appreciate you taking the time to just watch and go through these flyers and sharing these out. Again, I'm going to post some of these on my YouTube community wall to give a refresher of the cases that we've shared. And I'm also going to post some of these on my Facebook. So if you guys are on Facebook and you follow me on Duchess Discussions on Facebook, please share these out from my Facebook page. And again, Chico and I did ask Michelle and Arctic if they would like to join us. Nonsense, you're welcome to join us. I did ask Michelle because she's in Tennessee. We are going to be talking about missing flyers and trafficking, because it's not just kids and teens that are going missing, but women, particularly in Tennessee. There's a lot of cases Chico and I want to share with you guys and talk about. So I hope you guys will join us here on Wednesday at 8 p.m. You guys can go over to the lives under my page and see where it's set up for Wednesday at 8 p.m. And that's going to be 7 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Pacific. So I hope you guys will tune in and join us for that discussion. I think it's going to be really good. That'll be part 3 in us covering Tennessee, because Tennessee's got a big missing persons situation going on there. So I did see that Sebastian was taken off. Summer has also been removed off of Find a Grave. That's excellent news if that is true, because I know even Lip Lock No More, she was tore up about Summer being on there. And I did ask the family to report it, and I did ask them to report it to law enforcement, as well as to TBI. And they told me that they were going to report it. I also reported it to law enforcement, and I also reported the site myself. So I do hope that has been taken down. I do agree that I have seen quite a few elderly missing that did not immediately get a silver alert. And that is a red flag for me. It seems like right out of the gate, some of these people would have a silver alert, especially if you have like the 59-year-old dementia guy. He didn't even have a silver alert. I'm thankful to Nonsense. Nonsense says, I'm so thankful the community's rallied together to do this, because it isn't acceptable. Absolutely. Well, I will see you guys on Wednesday. I'll probably be around in the chats. I've got to go warm me up some chicken pot pie and eat some dinner and go in here and hang out with hubby for a little bit. So I'll probably see you guys around on YouTube, and I don't know who's going live. I'll have to find out what's going on the YouTube streets. But I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll see you around on Wednesday, and we'll talk about some more of these flyers. So take care, guys, and I hope to see you around. I appreciate you taking the time to just spend a little time with me looking at some of these people and their flyers, and being willing to just have a discussion about it, because I think it's so important to keep their faces out there for their family. So have a great night, guys. Bye, y'all. I'll see y'all around soon.